Hi everybody, my name is Shelby and I'm the daughter of the owner of Refuge RR. I currently live here at the residence of Refuge RR with over 250 animals about. So I just wanted to say thank you for everybody that took the time to make a very nice video about us and said all of those wonderful things. I have been doing rescues here at Refuge RR since about the age of 5, 7. I have been doing this my whole life. We have rescued animals from slaughterhouses, puppy mills, fur farms, hoarding situations, breeders, everything. Like, the list goes on for the amount of animals and the amount of different stories each of these animals have and where they've came from. I can honestly say that during this time of COVID-19, I understand that things are pressing, you know, it's stressful for everybody. The world has basically been put on pause. However, we can't pause. There is physically, financially, no way that we can just stop what we're doing. Like, everything has stopped around us except we can't. You know, we have so many lives here that are depending on us each day to stay alive and stay healthy. And I understand 100%, you know, being somebody that is high risk, I understand that it's stressful and it's dangerous. However, we need this to keep going. So if you can find it, or if you can help us, or in any way, shape, or form, we would appreciate that, because I can honestly say that donations have dropped almost to nothing. And it's extremely stressful on our part and the animals' part to be in that situation where we're scared not to have the funds to feed everybody. So if anybody can find, you know, whether it's $5, $20, to find in their heart that they can share for us today, we want to keep this going. We want to keep these guys alive, and we want to show them what kind of compassion is still in this world. What kind of caring people still want to help these animals. So again, we just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for everybody that took the time to make a video, and everybody that has donated so far. Please keep it going, because we want to keep these guys alive and safe, and we want this to keep going. This is our goal, and we want to show them that there's still people in this world that consider them a living being, that consider them to be, you know, something with feelings and something that just, you know, has a heart of their own. So if you guys can find it or help us find anything to keep this going, now is really the time. Thank you.
J'ai eu la chance d'accompagner Louis une fois au refuge RR et je suis immédiatement tombé sous le charme de l'endroit. Premièrement, je suis un amoureux des animaux, donc c'est le fun de les voir dans un environnement aussi bon. J'espère que vous pourrez faire un don au refuge et j'espère aussi de tout cœur que vous aurez la chance d'aller visiter cet endroit. C'est magnifique et les gens le sont tout autant. Voilà. Bonne journée.
Hi, we've been invited to contribute a short video clip of why sanctuary is important to us to support Refuge RR. So we're each going to share why sanctuaries are important. Aria, would you like to start?
Sure. I remember the first time that I went to a sanctuary. It was really fun because we got to interact and feed and brush the animals.
Sage?
I think everybody deserves a second chance, and sanctuaries are kind of like a second chance for farm animals and other animals that have been rescued.
Sure.
They allow the non-human animals to live out the remainder of their natural lives, and I think education is the biggest piece for why they're important, because they allow people to interact with them, they allow people to understand them and relate to them, which gives them more compassion towards other farmed animals and switch to a compassionate vegan diet.
For myself, I'm Shauna, and the most important thing that I think comes out of an animal sanctuary is, as we're a vegan activist family, so we're always working every day towards building a vegan world. And in a vegan world, every animal that is living in an exploited system right now, exploitive system, is going to be going into sanctuary, and we need to make sure that those spaces are there and that we support those sanctuaries so that those animals can live happy lives. Owen?
I think that all animals should be free.
Thank you. Good luck, Refuge RR.
Hey guys, so there's this place called Refuge RR. It is a very important sanctuary in Canada, one of the biggest in the country, and they really need our help. They have 250 animals that are in need of food and medical care, that have been rescued from abuse and neglect situations. And it's important that we need to keep these places open so that they can help these animals. So if you are able to donate right now, I know it's a very hard time for people right now financially, but if you can donate at all, one time or even monthly would be amazing. Please consider doing this. We can't forget about them. They need us all the time, and it's a wonderful, special place that we need to support. So please consider helping them if you can. refugerr.org. Thanks very much.
Hi everyone, it's Rob Over. I'll make this short and sweet. I've been a part of Refuge RR for over 6 years. I help out with the rescuing of animals, and I can tell you this, that in my 6 years of being there, I have seen nothing but love, kindness, and compassion for all animals that have come the refuge's way in need of help, either by rescuing, rehoming, rehabilitation. It's nonstop. And now Refuge RR needs everybody to pay attention and help out with a donation, because they pull off miracles. That's the only way to say it. But in order to keep pulling off miracles, they need your support. The nice thing about Refuge RR is it's 100% volunteer there, which means if you make a donation of $1, that whole dollar actually goes to helping an animal in need, and with the rescues and in the care and well-being of the animals at the sanctuary, which there are quite a bit. There is like over 263 animals. There is so many horses that when they run, the ground shakes. It's such a beautiful sight. And that's Chihuahuas playing in the background, of course. Both of them are rescues. But just like all the amazing stories that come from Refuge RR. What else can I say other than please donate, please support.
Allô?
Hello.
J'étais en train de penser au Refuge RR.
Ah ouais?
Patrick, c'est quoi RR dans Refuge RR?
RR. Remember Refuge RR? We went there last spring in Alexandria, Ontario, with the animals, the cows, the pigs, chickens.
Oui, je sais, mais je veux savoir qu'est-ce que ça veut dire RR.
Oh, you mean RR? What the RR stands for in Refuge RR?
Oui.
Okay, it's Refuge, Rescue, and Rehabilitate. That's it. Refuge, Rescue, Rehabilitate. Refuge RR. That's it.
Ok,
Yes.
j'ai entendu, ils ont besoin d'aide.
Yeah, they do need help. They need a lot of help, especially in these times.
Oui.
You remember that song we were practicing, Imagine Liberation, by that lady, Amy Halpern Laugh?
Oui.
Yeah, it sounds like Imagine by John Lennon, but it's actually with new lyrics that this lady put in for animals. It's really cool. Why don't we give it a try?
Oh, okay. It's a
Yeah.
good idea.
We're going to give it a try. We're going to sing it for you guys, okay?
Okay.
All right, cool.
Parfait.
Just give me a sec. Imagine liberation. It's easy if you try. No more pain and slaughter. No babies born to die. Imagine all the animals living for today. Imagine there's compassion. It isn't hard to do. With love for every animal and for the planet too.
the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and as earthlings you'll be as one. Imagine all the children. I wonder if you can, raised by loving mothers, free from the greed of man. Imagine all the animals, happy, safe and free. You may say I'm a dreamer. Well, we both are. But I'm not the only one. That's right, there's two of us. I hope someday you'll join us, and as earthlings you'll be as one.
S'il vous plaît, soyez gentils et donnez au Refuge RR. Merci beaucoup.
Yes, please. Be very generous, dig deep in your pockets, hit that donate button, and donate to Refuge RR. Please, please,
S'il vous plaît.
please,
S'il vous plaît.
please. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hey, je suis en pyjama, mais je me suis dit, c'est pas grave, je vais faire la vidéo, je vais absolument participer pour parler du refuge RR. Parce que le refuge RR, c'est le premier refuge que j'ai visité qui avait des animaux de ferme, qui réhabilitait des animaux de la ferme, même si c'est pas les seuls animaux qu'il y a là-bas, il y en a vraiment beaucoup d'ailleurs. Et ça m'a marqué juste d'imaginer le travail que ça peut être de se réveiller tous les matins et de faire le tour juste pour les nourrir et nettoyer leur abri, leur enclos, les soigner aussi. C'était clairement incroyable. Je sais qu'il y a quand même beaucoup de bénévoles qui y vont, mais Rose, celle qui a fondé en fait le refuge, je lève mon chapeau que je porte pas. C'est une femme incroyable. Pour moi, c'est une héroïne. Je sais qu'elle n'est pas toute seule là-dedans, mais quand même, elle fait le gros du travail, puis elle m'impressionne, cette femme-là, sincèrement. Les animaux aussi qui sont là-bas, j'ai une grande histoire d'amour avec plusieurs d'entre eux, surtout Ivy. C'est une vache qui a été blessée à la naissance. En fait, elle a eu une fracture à une de ses pattes, puis la fracture s'est infectée vu qu'elle n'a pas été traitée sur le coup. Puis j'ai donné le biberon plusieurs fois à l'hôpital vétérinaire de Saint-Hyacinthe. Et j'ai vraiment développé un attachement spécial à cette vache-là, Ivy. Maintenant, elle va bien, elle est au refuge, sa patte est bien guérie. C'est le genre d'histoire extrêmement touchante. Chaque animal a son histoire, tu sais. Puis chaque histoire est émouvante, puis ça va droit au cœur.
Hey, Robert Timmons here, and I'm a huge supporter of Refuge RR for horses. And I really want to put out a heartfelt message to anybody who's listening to this that there is a much need to not only, of course, help people that are losing their jobs and businesses that are going down, but now we have animals in dire straits because of this COVID-19 virus. So we're starting to see the domino effect happen. And we definitely want to protect any animal that's been saved from abuse and death, from horrible situations that Refuge RR for Horses has taken into their arms and really helped them in so many ways to give them that peace and relaxing life until they naturally pass on. I think we all can wish that for anybody, any living being out there. So please, do your best, help out Refuge RR for Horses. with a donation to really, and not only that, put out that, share it socially to your friends, family, your groups, any way to really showcase that you have an amazing heart and that you really want to help this organization in so many ways. You know, we're talking 70 horses and another 150 to 180 other animals that really need your help. Thank you very much. I'm Robert Timmons from Texas. Well, have a good day.
Hi everybody, this video is going to be super loud and full of kids and canary noises and chicken noises, but we're going to do the best we can. I'm here to talk to you about Refuge RR and the importance of its existence in a simple sense. The work that Rose does and the work that all the volunteers and everybody who's associated with RR does is important, because without them, without the refuge, a lot of animals would be dead. They would be abused and forgotten. Refuge RR gives animals the opportunity to be treated equally and to be given the chance to see what it is to be loved and cared for, when otherwise they wouldn't know it. This is Chickpea. She is a bantam chicken, I do believe a Cochin, and she has a bad foot. And otherwise, she would probably have died. But we rescue, and we love them, and we give them the chance to live in a happy world. And that's what Refuge RR does, is provides love and care and safety to animals who otherwise would never have known it. I fully support Refuge RR, and I hope that we can all, even in time of pandemic and panic, find time to donate and help them help the animals. Because without donations, without people helping, it wouldn't be as wonderful as it is. Yes, Chickpea. So please know that Refuge RR does the best ever for animals, and I fully support them, and I hope that you do too. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Danielle, and I wanted to share with you some of the reasons why Refuge RR is so awesome. 2 years ago, in 2018, a friend of mine had found a baby squirrel, and she and I made it our mission to find a rescue that could home the baby squirrel until it was old enough to be released back into the wild. So I contacted many different places that day, and Refuge RR was one of them. And they contacted me back right away, and they had a solution. So I drove the squirrel to one of the volunteers' homes, and she took care of the squirrel, who we named Hammy, and she took care of him and fed him and had him in this proper outdoor home, and then re-released him into the wild. And I actually just spoke with this volunteer today, and as it turns out, Hammy still visits her. So I spoke to her again today. They have another solution. I found a newly hatched baby bird, and they're also going to take care of this bird and hopefully help it grow. So Refuge RR, they rely solely on donations in order to feed all of these animals, all the birds and the horses and the cows and the squirrels. So they need us to help contribute so that they can fulfill their mission to save wildlife. Thank you.
Refuge RR is an amazing animal sanctuary. I've been volunteering there for over 2 years now, and I just absolutely fell in love with all of the animals that live there, who were previously abused, neglected, abandoned. They were sent for slaughter, and Refuge RR saved all of their lives. It's such a beautiful place that deserves all of our support and love. It's amazing the work that's done at Refuge RR. Let's protect it. Let's keep donating to it. Let's share this video with your family and friends and keep the love strong.
Hi, my name is Damien from Montreal. I really love and support Refuge RR and all they do for the animals. I've been there many times in the past to volunteer, and one of the things that I'll never forget is during the first times when I've been there, I had the pleasure to meet a young calf named Kelso, who was badly injured, had just been rescued from a dairy farm where he had been torn away from his mother at birth and thus needed hip surgery. And Refuge RR actually gathered the financial resources and the veterinarian to get Kelso the surgery he needed. And now, every time I go, I see him growing up. And now he's grown up to be a big, beautiful bull, running around in the premises, safe and free. And there's millions of stories like this that happen at Refuge RR of all the animals that have been rescued and well taken care of and loved over the years. So I really hope we can keep supporting them so they can keep doing what they do and help these animals that rely on them and that desperately need people like Refuge RR.
Please join the efforts in supporting Refuge RR, a wonderful sanctuary that helps so many animals. Their wonderful team of volunteers make a difference for all these neglected animals that they have no fault. They've just been abused and suffered. So donate if you can, share, it's a must. So just help and support them. If you don't know them, get to know them and see why they're so essential in our community.
This is my story of Refuge RR in my time of need. My mother suddenly fell ill and was dying of cancer, and I had to move back to the city immediately to take care of her. I sent out a desperate call to Refuge RR to help to take in my two horses, Scotty and Mon Capitaine. The response was immediate. Yes, we will. They saved me and they saved my two horses. This is who Refuge RR is. Now it is their time of need. Please find it in your heart to help. Please be generous. Thank you.
Well, I would like to say a couple of words about RR Refuge for Horses, and to say that Rose is doing great job saving animals, not only farm animals, but tiny animals, and that's how I met her, because she helped me to save my rooster, who just was found like that, and I brought the rooster to her. And then I found out that she also helped to save my piglet. In fact, it was a very big pig who needed another home, and she organized the transport and everything. I saved this piglet many years ago, and by this time I wouldn't know that it was Rose who just organized the transportation and saved him after the piglet lived at my place. And then a couple of years ago, when I spoke to her bringing my rooster, it came out it was her. And finally I met her in person, and it took a few years. So it's a great place, and you need a really big heart to do what she's doing. So she needs help, and hopefully there will be people out there who understand it and who will help the Refuge for Horses.
Pour moi, le refuge RR est un endroit où je suis heureuse d'aller quand c'est possible. Je vois ces merveilleux animaux et Rose, qui est une véritable source d'inspiration pour nous tous. Elle a toute mon admiration. Lorsque nous allons là-bas, nous sommes accueillis par des chiens. Il y a aussi des chats qui viennent nous voir. Quand nous allons en visite là-bas, nous pouvons aussi voir des chevaux, des vaches, des lapins, des poules, des dindes et plusieurs autres animaux. Je ne croyais pas que c'était possible de prendre soin de 250 animaux. Maintenant, ils sont rendus 280. Je ne croyais vraiment pas que c'était possible de prendre soin de tous ces animaux-là seuls. Je me souviens une fois, lorsque nous sommes allés pour faire du bénévolat là-bas, j'ai nettoyé le box de cochons, comme je fais assez souvent quand je vais là-bas. Et puis, il y avait une petite truie qui a décidé de s'amuser avec mes lacets de bottes. Alors, elle les a complètement détachés. Alors, quand je suis sortie du box, mes lacets étaient en fait toutes détachés. En tout cas, elle a été bonne pour faire ça. Mes nœuds sont toujours doubles. C'est fantastique. Et c'est un des souvenirs que je me souviens. En fait, plein d'autres, mais celui-là, c'est le plus cocasse. Et puis, pour moi, Refuge RR, c'est un endroit, en fait, c'est un paradis pour les animaux qui ont été sauvés, soit d'abandon, de mauvais traitements, ou encore de l'abattoir. Alors, c'est pour ça que c'est très important pour moi que Refuge RR reste là et qu'on ait des dons. Quand c'est possible d'aider, c'est très important de le faire pour moi.
Refuge RR has saved many horses from slaughter, such as these beautiful Arabian mares. This is Wildfire, and this is Valentine. They're from a herd of horses that were severely neglected and seized by the MAPAC in 2010. After the court case, they were going to be shipped to slaughter until Refuge RR stepped in and saved them. Refuge RR is a registered charity dedicated to saving horses, cows, pigs, and many other animals, and now Refuge RR desperately needs your help.
My name is Layla Faye and I'm an animal rescuer in Egypt. Rescuing animals like anywhere else is draining financially, physically, mentally and emotionally. We're literally fighting all fronts here, and to top that, our local breeds, known as Egyptian Baladi dogs, they're looked down upon. They face the most cruel abuse. They're poisoned daily. They're abused in unspeakable ways. And to top that, they're not. It's extremely very difficult to find them good homes in Egypt. Thankfully, we reached Refuge RR, and they graciously accepted, and they did not hesitate to take 3 of our dogs, regardless of their nationality and regardless of their breed and regardless of their health issues. And they paid thousands of dollars to run tests for one of them, and now all 3 of them are in lovely forever homes, and we're very grateful for that. Please, we do understand that the corona situation is worrying to all, but please, if you can spare anything to help them, please do. Animals are suffering all the time, and knowing Rose now, she will never hesitate and she will never say no to an animal in need. So please help her help them. Thank you.
Found over the years is that Rose's passion and dedication to this cause has never wavered and never failed. Sadly, the need has not dissipated either. Many times I find myself saying that there is no way I could do what she does. The stress and lack of sleep alone would kill me. And even though she is so incredibly busy and has so much on her plate all the time, Rose has always been available when I've had a question or a concern. Her knowledge has been invaluable to me and my horses. So all this to say that there is just so many things you can do. There's so much you can contribute. So please do. The biggest need right now is cash. So get out your checkbooks. Make your e-transfers right now. This is a dedicated rescue, and one that is 100% committed to their mission. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I support Refuge RR. Refuge RR is a wonderful sanctuary that is unique in the way that they support not only small animals, but large animals. They have come to the aid of horses and dogs and cats and birds. They provide vet care and loving homes for animals that can be adopted, and for those animals that are deemed unadoptable for either mental or physical issues, they provide a loving home at the sanctuary. There are more than 400 animals at this sanctuary that rely on donations to survive. They need food, they need vet care, they need bedding, and this is all done by donations. There is no government support. There is no government support, and we rely purely on donations from animal lovers like you. So please support Refuge RR and make donations, especially during this time of COVID, because our donations are way down. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, I'm Daniela, and I've been helping animals, especially street cats, abandoned feral cats, for about 10 years now. Once I remember telling her, please Rose, not one more animals. Not one more animal. It's finished. You cannot take one more. And she turned around and she told me, so what do you expect me to do? Turn the other way when I see starving, dying, sick, old animals that nobody else will help? Should I just turn away from them? Anyways, I was speechless, and I'm speechless until today, to be honest. What she does, nobody else could do. If there are angels amongst us, she's one of them. Problem is, she cannot do it alone. And especially during this terrible time of Corona, I just don't see how it's going to continue if there will be no public help financially, especially financially. Please give generously. Spread the word. Spread the knowledge. Public needs to know about the situation at Refuge RR.
I've been a volunteer for Refuge RR since 2008, and there's so much to say about them. This is a place where the animals are treated like sentient beings. They're considered like sentient beings and not like objects that can be discarded for any reason. This is the place where all the animals can have a chance to live their life safely, well-fed, taken care of, and treated with respect, where the worst cases, with no hope of survival, proved many wrong with dedication, attention, and love. Times are difficult for everybody, but life is important, not only human lives, but all lives, animals included. Please consider making a donation. Any amount will be appreciated and help. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Karen, and I want to make a plea to save over 250 animals at Refuge RR. Without donations, they will die. For decades, this wonderful refuge has saved thousands of animals who were starved, tortured, abandoned, and in many cases, no other refuge wanted to take them. I have supported Refuge RR for 15 years, and I know that every single dollar has always gone towards the animals. I beg you to make a donation today. No donation is too small, and without them, they will die. So please, make a donation today to Refuge RR. There are many, many animals, and they need you. They need us. Thank you.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Amélie et je vous parle aujourd'hui pour vous dire à quel point le refuge RR a été d'une aide précieuse et a sauvé la vie de 5 chevaux. C'est important d'aider ces organismes car ils font un travail difficile, exceptionnel et ils ont vraiment besoin de sous pour pouvoir continuer à faire leur travail. Ma tante est tombée malade. Finalement, malheureusement, elle en est décédée. Elle avait 5 chevaux chez elle. Et comme elle était très malade et elle a paralysé des 2 jambes, elle ne pouvait plus en prendre soin. Quand je suis intervenue, c'était épouvantable l'état des lieux et il a fallu sortir les chevaux immédiatement. Ce fut très compliqué, toute cette histoire. Et à la fin, le refuge RR est venu pour prendre le relais et s'assurer de trouver une famille à ces 5 chevaux. Sans elle, je ne sais pas ce qui serait arrivé. Je m'en doute bien. Donc, elle n'a pas hésité en entendant toute l'histoire et elle a fait ce qu'elle devait faire. Je l'en remercie du plus profond du cœur et c'est tellement une belle cause et ces animaux-là n'ont pas de voix, donc ça prend du cœur. Merci. Merci au refuge.
Hi everybody, I'm Len Goldberg.
And I'm Ashley Ollie.
We're here today to reach out to you for one of our favorite places on earth, one of the most important places on earth, and that is Refuge RR for Animals During the COVID-19 crisis, tragically, the donations dry up, and they've come to a virtual standstill for Refuge RR.
Refuge RR is one of the largest animal sanctuaries in all of Canada. They work constantly around the clock, run by a solo person who never even takes a vacation. They rescue, rehabilitate, and retire hundreds of animals into their sanctuary where they live free and happily at peace. Financially, for people, it's tough times, but if we could just reach out and ask everyone if they could donate at least $5 a month to this sanctuary that's in desperate need right now to help these animals to continue living in peace and harmony at Refuge RR.
You have horses, cows, pigs, chickens, ducks, dogs, cats, turtles.
We are volunteers there. We are there and seeing it up front. These animals living peacefully, happily, free to roam on many acres of land, the way animals should be. You never turn down any animal. Whenever they get a call, an animal fell off a slaughter truck, a dog is being abused or neglected, Refuge RR takes them in without any question.
And I've learned by volunteering at Refuge RR and other sanctuaries what a happy animal is really like. You see the happiness in their eyes, they even smile, you see them prancing around, and when you compare them to the animals we've witnessed on the slaughter trucks and slaughterhouses and confinement, you understand that animals do very clearly show if they're happy or not. And Refuge RR, the animals are in relative bliss. So please visit if you haven't already. Please find it in your heart, if you're able, to support them with a monthly donation so they have that financial stability to weather this crisis and to weather the future, which is always going to be unpredictable.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for your compassion.